What do you hope to reclaim after this is over?
Protecting the secret that I did for as long as I did has taken enough of my voice. Johnny has taken enough of my voice. I have the right to tell my story. I have the right to say what happened to me. I have the right to my voice and my name. He took it long enough.
What about the money you took? Amber Heard has been slapped with huge damages that she must pay to Johnny, but she doesn't seem to be getting the message. We know she is in financial trouble, but there is a lot of proof that she never knew how to manage her money. This is genuinely incredible. Amber Heard asked Johnny Depp to pay her spousal support of US $50,000 per month and cover her legal costs when she filed for divorce from him back in 2016. She had to disclose her financial condition and data provided by her legal team as part of the request, which did not augur well for the actress. According to Celebrity Net Around, Depp's fortune at the time was thought to be worth $400 million USD, but Heard's financial situation was dire. She was believed to be making roughly $10,000 per month at the time, but her basic expenses were estimated to be $44,000 per month. Depp's accountant and business manager Edward White testified about the expenditures associated with the couple's divorce in the US $50 million defamation case against Heard. According to Newsweek, White stated that Heard initially demanded a divorce settlement of $4 million, but that this amount was then up to roughly $14 million. He stated that Heard received around $6.8 million in direct payments in 2017 and 2018. Depp said that he promptly paid Heard all of her money. Additionally, he asserted that her 2018 op-ed, which the Washington Post published and in which she claimed to have been the victim of domestic abuse, had a bad impact on his career and caused him to be shunned by Hollywood. We all know that Johnny won the case, though, and Amber is now required to pay the Pirates of the Caribbean actor $10.4 million in damages. But how was life prior to the trial that everyone was so fascinated by? And how exactly did Heard spend money that even she acknowledged she lacked? Records provided by Heard's legal team revealed that she was paying rent at a rate of almost $120,000 USD per year. Documents stated that the one-time payment was a fundamental expense and was among Heard's most expensive monthly obligations. Heard provided the court with a thorough accounting of her finances, in which she claimed to spend about US $5,000 per month on entertainment and presents. Although specifics regarding the sum were not released at the time, the spending raised red flags because her estimated annual income was barely $10,000 US. Heard's legal team pointed out that she also spent US $60,000 annually on opulent vacations. Amber further asserted that she spent up to US $12,000 per month on clothing, totaling US $24,000 annually. Not everything is free, despite the fact that she had previously served as the brand ambassador for companies like Guess and L'Oreal Paris. She is known for wearing designer clothing. Thus, the costs of the stylists, hairdressers, and makeup artists she would require for special occasions to prepare her for the red carpet would be added to her expenses. Court documents revealed Heard spent US $12,000 per month on eating out. The actress also claimed to spend an additional amount of US $12,000 on groceries per month. Another US $3,000 a month was attributed to healthcare, although details on the nature of this cost were unclear. She also paid a combined $10,000 a month for pet supplies and fees for her public relations, agent and attorney. Heard earned roughly $260,000 in 2015, according to US Weekly, but only took home about $51,000 after costs. Terrence Doherty, an executive for the American Civil Liberties Union, for which Heard was an ambassador and who helped her write the op-ed, testified during the trial about a $7 million payment Heard made to the group following her divorce from Depp, exposing Heard's financial problems. So yet, only $1.3 million of the actress's $3.5 million pledge to the ACLU has been fulfilled. Heard suspended her payments to the ACLU in 2019 due to financial difficulties, according to Doherty.
You have not paid $3.5 million of your own money to the Children's Hospital of Los Angeles, correct?
I have not yet. Johnny sued me.
So as of today, you have not paid $7 million of your divorce settlement to charity, right?
I have not been able to fulfill those obligations yet.
And now, Amber Heard is struggling to pay the $10.4 million damages that she owes to Johnny. When questioned if Heard had the resources to pay the hefty verdict issued by the jury following the trial, Heard's attorney Elaine Breddyhoff responded, "Oh, no, certainly not." According to sources, including one who also blamed Heard's prior extravagant spending on travel, clothes, presents, and wine, the 36-year-old actress is in financial straits due to the high-profile legal battle with her ex-husband. Multiple sources said the Aquaman star had to switch legal representation and is relying on her homeowner's insurance policy to cover the cost of her current attorneys in the case. It's a little oddity that most people don't know. In most homeowner insurance policies, there is coverage if you are sued for defamation based on how much you pay through coverage, according to Pennsylvania trial lawyer Heather Heidelbaugh. The majority of policies have a language that stipulates that judgment expenses are not covered, according to Virginia attorney Jeremiah Denton, even when the insurance company hires and pays for the legal representation. The insurance company will keep in its back pocket the option of denying coverage. At the end of the day, denying coverage means refusing to pay the plaintiff, in this case Mr. Depp, Denton explained. You'd think that would be the worst of news for Amber, but it isn't. Heard planned to file an appeal the day following the verdict, according to her attorney Elaine Breddyhoff, adding she can absolutely not afford to cover the cost of the damages. Heard had already piled up $6 million in legal bills, according to Breddyhoff's closing statements. It's hardly unexpected that Heard asked for a mistrial and a possible retrial because she believed the incorrect juror had been picked for the case. In a lawsuit, New York Marine and General Insurance Company argued that it should not be required to pay for Heard's legal defense costs for the expensive trial or any ensuing appeal. In accordance with court records, the provider covered Heard from July 18, 2018 to July 18, 2019, covering the time between the publication of the Washington Post op-ed in December 2018 and the filing of Depp's lawsuit against Heard in March 2019. The insurance company says the $1 million policy doesn't cover willful acts and noted there was a change in her legal defense team from the one they initially agreed upon. The jury's factual findings established that Heard's liability is caused by the willful act of Heard. As a result, as a matter of California public policy and pursuant to California Insurance Code 533, the policy does not provide coverage for Heard's liability as reflected in the judgment order entered on June 24, 2022. California law states that an insurer is not liable for a loss caused by the willful act of the insured. On October 1, 2019, New York Marine accepted Heard's defense of the underlying action subject to reservation of rights. The filing reads, specifically, New York Marine advised Heard that New York Marine would provide a legal defense, but that to the extent California law does not permit an insurer to indemnify the insured, no indemnity can be provided. The Los Angeles Times also reported that Heard received backing from Travelers Commercial Insurance through a 2018 homeowners insurance policy. According to the publication, Travelers sued New York Marine to force it to cover half of Heard's defense fees, and New York Marine responded by suing back. What if Amber can't pay the damages that she has to? Well, doesn't look like she's sticking around to find out. You're probably happy that she and her bee-stepping dog have maintained a relatively quiet profile in recent months after months of non-stop press coverage of the defamation trial between her and ex-husband Johnny Depp, according to a report by Cinemabond. However, a Spanish media organization by the name of El Mundo uncovered that the actress is residing in a home on an island off the coast of Spain. Amber Heard looks to be living it nicely in a nearly $3 million property she's renting in a little village on the island of Mallorca, despite claims of poverty and filing for bankruptcy this summer. She is reportedly entirely unknown to the majority of the residents of the town, and those who do recognize her don't appear to be interested in disturbing her. A Virginia jury found that she is very different from the person who physically abused Johnny Depp and then claimed to be the victim, as she now lives in the mansion with her small daughter, buys veggies at the neighborhood market, and is friendly to others she meets. In an even stranger twist, Amber Heard has been living in Spain under a secret identity, Martha Jane Cannery, the real name of legendary gunslinger Calamity Jane. Hey, if that's how she wants to roll, then that's how she rolls. Only time will tell how this ends for the Aquaman actress. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe for more. Until next time, goodbye.